Hello, lovelies, and welcome to this channel. This is a space for thinking softly, for art, feelings, and becoming. I've been wanting to talk about identity for a long time, not as a fixed idea, but as something fragile, moving, and unfinished. Especially as a woman today, I often feel like my identity exists somewhere in between who I am alone and who I feel I'm expected to be, between confidence and doubt, between softness and the need to protect myself. There's a constant pressure to define yourself, to know who you are, what you want, what you represent. But for me, identity has never felt like a clear answer. It feels more like a process, something I'm walking through, not something I've reached. Being a woman today often means being viewed before being understood. Our bodies, our emotions, our presence are constantly read, evaluated, and mirrored back to us. And it becomes difficult to hear our own voice underneath all that noise. We're told to be confident, but not too much, soft but strong, independent but desirable, self-aware but never complicated. And somewhere in between all of that, many of us feel fragmented. This is where art has always felt like a refuge for me. Art doesn't ask women to simplify themselves, it allows contradiction. When I look at the work of female artists, I don't see perfection. I see longing, anger, tenderness, fear, desire. I see women who didn't try to resolve themselves, but dared to express themselves. Frida Kahlo didn't paint to be understood. Louise Bourgeois didn't sculpt to be liked. Georgia O'Keeffe didn't create to explain herself. They created to survive, to feel, to exist on their own terms. Art reminds me that identity doesn't need to be polished to be valid, that confusion can be meaningful, that softness is not a weakness, that feeling deeply is not something to fix. Through art, I learned that becoming is not a failure state, it is the point. I don't think we need more definitions of who women should be. I think we need more spaces where we are allowed to exist without explanation. If you feel drawn to art, to reflection, to this in-between space, to womanhood, you're very welcome here. This is a place for those who are still becoming, and I would love to be the person holding your hand while we go through the process of becoming together.